I'm here at Mt.Blue Campus. Last time I was here, I was visiting the tennis team doing a story on them. But now I'm here for a different team for a sport that I played here for a little bit as well. I played football here until I quit to work for Mt.Blue TV, which part of the job was me live streaming the football game. I tried to come back for my senior year, but COVID had other plans. The Mt.Blue football program has gone through many regime changes since its last state championship in 2012. But there's a new sheriff in town, Coach Collins. He's grown up playing for Mt.Blue since the 1980s, and he's back in the program to bring back Cougar pride to the team and to have Mt.Blue be a force to be reckoned with once again. And I'm here to see the vision, get nostalgia baited, and to see if the old man, being me, still has it.
Oh my God!
Many coaches have come and gone here at Mt.Blue. I've gone through a couple regime changes myself. Now having the town, the parents, the school, the whole Franklin County community basically put their trust in you. What can you offer as a coach right now that maybe the coaches in the past who've come and gone can't?
I believe just knowing the history. Knowing the program, being a player here, also understanding being a coach here, being a defense coordinator for about 15, 16 years. So I can bring them, the knowledge and get the program back towards where we wanted to be back in the day.
You were talking about Cougar pride when we were on the phone the other week.
Yeah.
What is exactly Cougar pride?
Cougar pride is carrying yourself the right way. Believing in what you do, treating people the right way, knowing that the blue and gold is running through the whole community, because this is a football community. So you want to make sure that the Cougar pride is always there, representing not just the football team, but the school, the community, the right way.
Now that you've been coaching for several decades now?
I would say, yeah.
What is something you realize as a coach right now that you didn't understand when you were a knucklehead, like one of the people behind us?
As a player? Or
yeah, as a player.
As a player. I was playing way back in the 80s, so it's a little different. What I understand now is, the game. What it takes to communicate the game. I always believe, and one thing, I probably hit me about 15 years ago, that you're an educator. And once you realize that, good things happen. So that's one thing taken from there, and making them understand they're a student. So we talk about standards, and you talk about standards like in a classroom we have standards, and we have the same standards here.
The spectrum from Pee Wee football to the pros to like the NFL, even the CFL, is just completely different. When it comes to when you're a Pee Wee, you're learning the right form, keeping your head up, having the back straight, to make sure you're not just a floppy spear going into a player. But then now as you progress, there's guard pulling, there's the Mike linebacker, and then there's also motion. There's so much more. I'm just scratching the surface. So from Pee Wee to high school to NFL, where do high schoolers, what should they be learning as a high school level right now?
Well, I think with high school, it depends on the position. Example, like quarterback. The quarterback should be able to understand what cover 2 is, what cover 4 is, how to read the secondary. When the offensive line, we talk about our center making calls. So the center sees where things are, and we don't identify the mic, we identify what front they're in. We try to keep it simple so they don't have to think so much. Gotcha. It's one little simple thing, and then they just react. As you go up higher, and I've coached at the next level, the center's he's identifying the mic. That tells them where their strength is, and they have different blocking schemes for that. We try to keep things pretty simple, and you want to keep it simple so they can just react and play fast, and not think about it. They are still kids. So who knows what's going on in their mind. So that's the other thing you got to remember.